In this video, I'm going to show you how I turned this neglected patio from this into this. I'll be renovating this patio here. As you can see, it is looking great. So let me show you how I turned it from not so great into this. Let's just get to it. Get this furniture off the patio and let's get working. Here we can see just how bad the patio is. There are a ton of weeds, there is moss in between the joints, so let's get to it, get this cleaned up and make this patio somewhere we want to spend time again. The first task is to clear out all the old polymeric sand. The pressure washer works best here. You just need to make sure that you don't spend too long on one spot or you could disturb the paver base below, so you just move your pressure washer nozzle around, making sure to clear out all the polymeric sand from the joints. After you've cleaned the joints out with the pressure washer, you need to go around and pull out any weeds that are left. You can go back over the pressure washer just to make sure all the joints are clean after pulling the weeds. So if you have polymeric sand in the joints already and you're wanting to clean them out, pressure washer is going to be the best bet here. I'll link this pressure washer in the description below. It's got more than enough pressure to blast out the polymeric sand. If you don't have polymeric sand in your joints already and you're looking to completely renovate or refresh what is already there, this turbojet has more than enough pressure. Part of my patio actually just had, I'm going to call it gunk in it, so I was able to use this instead of the pressure washer. I didn't want to disturb the paver base below because it was just basically dirt that was flying out, and I had enough pressure for that. I let the patio dry overnight, then came back with a screwdriver and broom just to clean out any remaining weeds or any areas of the polymeric sand that I hadn't fully cleaned out the day before. I found some sediment that had been blasted out, had gathered in a couple of the joints, so I just wanted to clean that out to continue on with the process. I then used the leaf blower to blow off the patio. This can be done with a broom, but I had the leaf blower and I found it was really easy, and it also cleaned out some of the joints that still had some loose polymeric sand in them. So I let the patio dry for another couple of hours. I just wanted to make sure that it was fully dry before applying the polymeric sand, because if there's a little bit of moisture in there, the polymeric sand can start to cure prematurely and you don't want that. I then used a brush to spread the polymeric sand around, making sure it was in all the joints. It doesn't have to look too neat at this point as it's not the final step. You just want to make sure that you've got polymeric sand in every single joint. You want to get yourself some good quality polymeric sand. This is this Super Sand G2. It's in beige, it's a £50 bag. This is what my local garden centre had. This is what I'm going with. There are other brands out there. Make sure you follow the guidelines and the instructions per each brand. There's some may be slightly different, but overall the concept is the same for each product. The next step is to vibrate the patio. This makes sure the polymeric sand drops down in between the joints. Now I didn't have a vibrating plate, so I just used a pickaxe. This will help ensure that the joint is filled properly and make sure that the sand actually seals and secures the pavers correctly. The next step is to sweep away the excess polymeric sand. You're going to want to make sure that the sand in the joints is 1/8 of an inch below the top of the paver stone. This is just to make sure that it's not in contact with foot traffic, as it can start to erode away. So it's now time to apply the water. We've got all the polymeric sand in the joints. Make sure you follow the instructions on the polymeric sand brand that you have. For this Gator G2 product, it says to apply a minimum of 30 seconds of water per 30 square feet. So I stuck to this ratio to make sure I wasn't putting down too much water or too little water. Here we have it, it's the next day. The patio looks great.